Hey folks, it's Frith Guardians here, how you doing? Welcome back to World of Warcraft. I am sure Full Stat will handle this mission with his usual grace. The resources you gather can be used to recruit new troops for the war effort. Return to me periodically to issue new recruitment orders for your missions. If you have available resources, you should use them now to issue your first recruitment order. The war effort rages on, even as we speak. We have need of fresh recruits.
The job's not done yet.
Okay.
It's Shaw. Matthias Shaw.
Sure, Matthias Shaw. Anything? I was just thanking Torvald, Sia, for the stuff that he sent to our other characters. Anything I can do to make your bags overflow? Yeah, I'm going to have to make more characters soon for all of the epic quests, but I'll worry about that soon rather than just at the moment. I require reinforcements, good man. Recruit Alliance troops. We've got 4 remaining, so I'm going to... I can only get 3 because they're 25 apiece. Recruit troops. See?
Sleep with one eye open.
Sleep with one eye open. I'll do that. I will sleep with one eye open. That one there, right? See, right here. This takes 3. I've only got 1. See, I've only got him, and he doesn't counter anything at all, so he's useless. Finds targets, retrieves information, and looks good doing it. The operative, pedal feet operative. I've got a 33% chance of completing this mission. And you get a bonus roll as well. We get an extra 5 love tokens. And it costs 50 resources to go on that mission. I got no chance of doing any of it. 20 resources to go on that one. I don't have. I'm not able to do it, right? That's not happening. If we go off and we go and do that and we open up some other stuff. I did spare you from the monthly pineapple pizza mailings. I think we've just about reached our full stack of pineapple pizzas, actually. The first one to reach a full stack. Yeah, if you come over here, there's expeditions. You do these over here, look. You gotta be... race against the enemy to plunder Azurite from uncharted islands. You get Azurite, but you can also... oh, so we can do it now. You can go there. Grants a small Azurite power to your Heart of Azeroth. I think it also gives you the ability to go and get some resources as well to help on the ship up there. I think that's a way that you can get some. I'm not going to worry about them at the moment. I want to just run over and I'm choosing to ignore Torvald's threat. I mean, he's probably going to carry through with it anyway. Sending me river onions now that he's kitted me out with all the pineapple pizzas. That's just mean. That's just being mean. Yeah, there's no need for that. Why would you even want to? Honestly, why would you even want to? I cannot fathom why anybody would want to go eating that stuff. Why do it to yourself? Why do it to anybody else for that matter? Now, I believe I've got a couple of items here that we can put through the Scrap-O-Matic. Yeah, I've already checked for gear that I want to wear myself. So we go here like this, and I've got that one right there we already upgraded. Yeah, we swapped over, so that one could go in, and then that one right there, we dumped that one in. So, yeah, instead of actually selling these, we dump them in here. There's well over 100 gold in there. This is how they, like, get rid of some of the money out of the game, rather than people selling it, because then you've got to get Expulsum. But the Swine-Stained Saber we're going to hold on to, because we will transmogrify that into a mace, but we got to get a shield in order to go with it. So we won't put that one in, but we will put the others. That's everything. Oh, hang on, no, we've got some over here. What's this? Angling Art Stompers. Equip, fishing skill increased by 5. Those I'm going to keep putting in the bank. Right, we will scrap these. Well, to be fair, I am a warlock. That is fair enough. That is to be expected, I suppose. We got 1 Expulsum from there. We got some Shimmer Scale, some Bloodstained Bone, Durable Flux, Monolite Ore, Coarse Leather. We got a few other items as well. You know, we got things that will help us with our various different tasks. But mostly, it's good that we got one. We got at least 1 Expulsum. Getting some Expulsum is always better than getting none at all. Ho ho ho! Oh, wow! Right. Sen layer, pyrite ore, and elementium. Thank you very much, Sen. That's for helping us with our cataclysm stuff. And then in here, I've got honey glazed haunches, which we can send. We can either eat or a critical strike for an hour. We could send those off to our character just for our bank thing. And lightfoot potion. Ideal. Battle-scarred augment rune. Used to increase agility, intellect, and strength by 25 for 1 hour. Those are blue, so we don't need to get those for our epic quest. So we will use them. But we got to be level 120 for those. And then we got some Manel-hardened hoof plates. Increases your mounted speed by 20% for 2 hours. That's not bad. But we sold our flying machine for 5,000 gold. And we sold the bronze framework as well for 7 gold. That's not bad at all, really. I'm quite pleased with that. Sold the flying machine. That's another flying machine we have now sold. Right. We seem to be doing alright with our flying machines. We're making some money. We're up to 15,000 gold on those. I will drop these augment runes into the... where are they? The Monel-hardened hoof plates we will use for ourselves, because that's 20% extra speed. That's good. Battle-scarred augment runes. I won't use them for me, because that's level 120. I'll put them into the guild bank for anybody to use in there. But what I need to do is I need to go into engineering, and we need to go to flying machine right here. We need feline... Right, I can make the elemental blasting powder. Let's go to that one. I need 20 of them. And I've got 3. That does 4 at once, that does. So actually I need 4 more of those. Create. I will make another... make the rest of these. Like that. Flying machine, 19, and there. So I've got enough of those. Starwood, I go and buy that. It's the fell iron casing that we need. Fell iron casing, right here. I need 2 of those. It requires an anvil. Have I got an anvil in here? No, I haven't. I got to go over this way. But then I also require fell iron bolts as well. Handful of. I can only make 10 of those. And I need 20. So I need 10 more... No. Time I make some of these. Fell iron casing. Time I make those... The fell iron bar right there. That's going to leave me with 4 bars. I need 16 bars. I need 32 fell iron ore. 32 fell iron ore. That's what we're looking for. Where's that one? Right, I don't have any favourites on there. Fell iron. So I'm going to go fell iron first. There's fell iron ore right there's 24. There are some fell iron bars available. However, they're 1,260 per bar. Which is a teeny tiny teensy smidgen bit too expensive for my tastes. These are still rather expensive, but I'm... cancel. Buy that. But I'm going to buy all of them. 24 of those. Buy. Right, that only makes... close that. That only makes 12 bars, though. And we need more than 12 bars. We get those a minute, and we will deal with them. We will also go over to the enchanting trainer over here, who can sell us 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. Tempted to buy the strange dust and list it. I'm going to buy that. Buy those 4 strange dust. Can't buy any more.
Safe passage to you.
But no, I can't buy any more. I'm going to buy those dust because we'll list them straight onto the auction house. Now I need to actually go and find the post. Where's the nearest post box? Let's mount up on our mount. The nearest post box is actually around this side. So we will go and we will get that little bit of post right there. 24 bars. It's not 24. That's 12 bars. And how many bars did I say I needed? 16. We need a few more bars. There might, just might, be a bit of fell iron ore in here, but I very much doubt that we will be that lucky. Because fell iron ore is expensive. It's hard to come by. We're not in luck today. No fell iron bars or ores in there today. Let's have a look down through here. So, consumables. There's miscellaneous there. So this is pets and stuff here. And then we've got gear. And we've got potions, enchantments. I'm going to drop these to the potion enchantment section. Maybe they will need to go somewhere else. I'm not quite sure. Torvald might want to move them somewhere else. And I'm not putting anything else in there. But yeah, we don't have any bars. There's no fell iron anything in here. Looking through, no. Which is unfortunate. So I've got a choice. I can either just wait and leave it and not have another flying machine for now. I got 10 bars there. And I got 1 piece of iron ore here. That's no good to us because we've got 24 here. That's exactly 12 bars. Reagent bank, that doesn't have anything in it. If it did, it would already show up because you pull automatically from the bank. So we've got no help coming from there. So what I will do is I will take a little bit of a wander over this way. We're going to go through here. I think that I'm going to do this. I am going to do it. I think it is worth the effort because we're making 5 grand a time and we are selling these flying machines. Despite the fact that the flying machine itself, you know, we have seen them selling for a lot more, and we did sell our first one for more. If we can keep selling them at the amount of money that we've paid, at 5,000, the amount of money that we got for our last one, it's worth just keeping on with it, right? It is absolutely worth keeping going with that and not really worrying about it. So I want to go here, fell iron, create all of those. There's 12 bars I will make there. That's going to give us 22 bars altogether. Like I said, it's not enough because I need the bolts. And we only make 1 bolt for each time. So we are going to need to go and fly to Outland and make it and do a little bit of mining if we want to get the rest of the fell iron. Shouldn't take too long. And I do think it's worth it. And yes, we are being sidetracked once again, but I still think it's worth it. Right, the flying machine right there. Fell iron casing. I need 2 of these. 1 right there and 2 right there. Okay, so I've got everything now except for 20 fell iron bolts. I can make 16 of these, so I will create all of these a minute. And I need 4 more fell iron bolts. I will just go and double check the auction house to make sure that we... there could have been fell iron bolts on there and I didn't pay attention and didn't see them. Very much doubt it though. I'll be gobsmacked if there are any on there. We could go and buy 4 of the bars at the really expensive price, but if we do that, we're not going to be able to buy out, we're not going to make any money on this flying machine. It's not going to be worth it. What we've spent at the moment, at about 50 gold a bar, what are we looking at? 30 bars? 50 gold a bar? 10 bar? So we've spent about 1,500 gold. 1,500, maybe 2,000 gold, and this is what I worked out previously, I think, for around about 2,000 gold, and we're selling it for 5,000 gold. There's no contest. There is absolutely no contest between them. Right, if I go fell iron in there, fell iron bar, yes, fell iron casing, 25,000 for one. No one's going to buy that, surely. No one is going to be that daft. Fell iron shield of the Aurora, fell iron... See, there isn't what we're after. We want... And I'm not paying that much money for a fell iron bar. It'll render me... Get rid of that. Flying. Flying carpet, turbocharged flying machine. So, the actual flying machine that we want is not on there anyway. It's not for sale at the moment, but we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to go and we're going to find... We need 8 pieces of ore. That's all. That's not a great deal, that isn't. That is a very small quantity of ore. So I will go back in here like this. Now, I can go to Ironforge. I can go to the Exodar. And I can go to Stormwind. We will go to Stormwind, and then we will be able to jump from there to Outland. It doesn't matter where we go in Outland. And then from Outland, we will want to jump back to Stormwind if we can. Or to Borealis. Our Hearthstone is set a little way from Borealis. Not quite sure which will be the best way for us to go when we jump back, but the portal will take us to Shattrath City, I think. Let's have a little look around here, shall we? Where does the portal take us? We've got one Storm Shield Ashran, Boralis, that one is Asuna. I don't want to go to any of those. Not interested, thank you very much. That is the Tushui there, so that's got to be the Pandaria one. Jade Forest, Shattrath, Caverns of Time, Exodar, Dalaran Crystal Song Forest. This is the one that we're after, Shattrath over here. We're not going to go through the Dark Portal, because you can go through the Dark Portal and end up in Hellfire. I don't do it. If I end up here, we'll then be able to portal back to this room, which means we'll then be able to portal back to Boralis. That would be the best way. We don't need to go very far from Shattrath here. Just a little hop, skip, and a jump around. We will just do a little bit of flying around. And out here somewhere. Go out this side. And we will do a little bit of a fly around. That's another player. I thought that might have just been a random dragon flying around for a minute, but no, it's not. So we'll do a bit of a fly around out here, and we will see if we can't find ourselves a bit of Felion ore. We're also likely to find adamantite ore. Right here. So we're going to, ideally, we want to do a little bit of a flap around here, but then we want to head towards Hellfire, because that's where you get more just Felion. Or also we could go down to Shadowmoon. Shadowmoon is another place, but I like to do a circuit out here. I always used to do this whenever I set off to go and do some adventuring back in the last expansion. I'd always do a circuit around here, because you do sometimes find corium around this lake. Now, adamantite is great, and it will help us. Mining it is, obviously, it's just helped us. We've just gone up to 64 on there. But mostly, it's not going to give us a great big boost. It's just going to help us a little bit with getting our mining skill up and our engineering skill for this particular zone. That will help us a little bit. But the reason I say it's great is because all of the outland ores seem to be worth a fortune these days, right? And ignore the 1,260 per bar that we were looking at for the Felion. That is ridiculous, and I can't imagine that that's going to hold for very long. Although the new auction house style does seem to have overall pushed prices up a little bit. And from, you know, if you're selling, that's actually a really good thing. It's fantastic having these higher prices. If you're not selling, then obviously it's not quite so good. You know what? I'm going to kill that thing. I'm actually going to just take it down there so we can one-shot that. There's another little grey item that we can go and send to another one of our characters. And I want to go this way. So we didn't see any corium floating around. You won't find corium in Hellfire. I don't think you will. So actually, you might find corium up in the top of Hellfire. I still don't know what that is. That, just whatever it is that's roaring. You might find corium up in the Throne of, it's not Throne of Elements, Throne of Kil'jaeden. You may find corium up there in Hellfire. But, I don't know. Yeah, up there, Throne of Kil'jaeden. You might find some around there, but I don't think you do. I don't think there is any up there. I will grab this little bit here. It's along the edges of here you can get a reasonable amount. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to run down through a few of these, like this. I'm not going to do any damage at all to them. I'm going to run over to here, and then I'm going to take that dude, and I'm going to do that. There. Insta-kill. I think they've actually killed themselves. I think some of those killed themselves by just hitting me. That's all it took, was they just one hit against me and they killed themselves. Because I've got an ability that does damage back to them whenever they do damage to me. It's a passive thing. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, there is definitely a thing there. I think that's all we need. I think we've got all of the ore that we need. It seems a shame to stop now. You know, we could just have a little bit of a fly along here. Just go a little bit further. This is where, you know, we've got a few of them right there. How much have I got? I got 9. That's 4 bars. That is just enough. It's not going to hurt for us to go just a little bit further, I suppose. We could always go and kill the Fell Reaver, just for Torvald's sake, because he got squashed by that Fell Reaver more times than is particularly healthy for any one person to be squashed by anything, to be honest. So I don't really know why he had this kind of thing with needing to be squashed by the Fell Reaver, but he obviously did. He had a bit of a thing going on with it, and so frequently got squashed by the Fell Reaver. I've never really understood what reason he had for wanting to do that, but who might argue? I hate when I use the wrong Hearthstone. Just oh, teleporting 20 feet. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Roll on floor laughing. That is fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. There isn't any more ores. Someone else is flying around in this zone. I guarantee it. There's someone else here hunting. Oh, there's some. There's some. There it is. That's what we're looking for. A little bit of fell iron. Grab any of it. There's a couple. No. That's the button I'm looking for. Pressing all the wrong buttons here. And then I'll take a little bit of a run up through here. Now, I can use one of these other Hearthstones. I'm not going to go to the garrison, but if I use the Dalaran one, I can portal to Dalaran. Then I can jump straight into what do you call in I think I'm going to go this way. Then I can jump straight into the Stormwind portal, and then, well, I've got to go across Dalaran. But then once I've jumped into the Stormwind portal, then I can go from there and move on up to... I'm pretty sure someone is flying circuits near, because we were not finding all that much. People do frequently. You get people that farm the ores, and they will run circuits around set areas, because there's some good spawn rates on them. And, yeah, I know this because I've done it myself. If you really, really need something, you find some good circuits to run, and you can pick up quite a few resources in... You put on some music, something like that, and then you run a particular circuit around a zone where you're hunting out a particular type of ore, and you can make a decent bit of... You can gather a decent amount of ores, and yeah, it does get a little bit dull, but you have some music on, you kind of zone out a little bit, maybe talking to somebody while you're doing it, something along those lines, and it's... You're able to sort of accumulate a reasonable amount in a reasonable amount of time. I'm going to do one quick pass over this way, and if there's no more to be found, we will then head off to Dalaran and then jump back to Stormwind. I've got a couple here that have been recorded from previously. There's none there. And it's follow this ridge. It's unlikely that you'll find them just stuck down in the middle of anywhere. So what you've got to do is you've got to follow the lines. Follow the ridge lines all along. That's where they tended to drop them all. And you've got one ridge line that goes all the way along here. And it's this outside edge of this ridge line you can get a few. Right, there is one down there. And also that village over there, just the other side of this little mountain. There's a few over there as well that you can find. So I grab that bit right there. You notice we get 30 XP from each one that we get. That's not a great deal. No, that's definitely not a great deal of XP. But it is some. Right, we're almost at max level, and we're still able to earn a little bit of experience just by working on our professions. Right, we're actually able to do that, which is a very cool thing. You can still earn a little tiny bit of money, XP from professions, all the way up through. So that's one thing that's one change that I do love about this game, is that they have allowed you to have much wider options when it comes to how you want to level up your character. And if you can go for completely safe options, and yes, there are penalties for completely safe options. It does take a lot longer, but it's still possible to go and do it. Right. I'm going to make my way back to Boralis now. Into Stormwind, and then we take a hop, skip, and a jump over this way. Jade, Shatrath. Oh no, it's this way. I turned the wrong way. Boralis, that one right down the end. We run down to there, and then we can jump in. We will smelt the ore that we picked up, and sell that, list that thing for sale. I've already, there we go. It's nice and quick jumping in through here. It's because we'd already loaded it, isn't it? We'd already been here once. Right. This is a really fitting steed for an engineer, isn't it? This is an absolutely beautiful fitting steed for an engineer. This is an engineer's mount, this is. It's absolutely spot on perfect for an engineer. I do love this mount. I do like this one. It looks a little bit weird from the back, it's got to admit. A little bit of a wide load going on here, but, yeah. I think overall, I do like it. Side on, he definitely looks a lot better. Right, what was I wanted to do? I want to go down to here, and I want to go to there. Fell Iron. I got 14 bars worth of ore from that little run. That's not bad. I mean, we could have run around for a little bit longer, and I could have picked up a little bit more, so that we definitely have enough for our next mount. But I'm hoping that if I remember to, each time that we come in, we can just check on the auction house and we can pick up any fell iron ore. We pay up to like 25 gold a piece for it, and we're still making a decent bit of money back on what we're doing with our engineering over here. So right there, I want to go flying like that, and I've got that one. It's the fell iron bolts right here. I will make 4 of those. Create, and that leaves us with 10 bars. That leaves us exactly where we started. We had 10 fell iron bars when we started. We got 10 fell iron bars right now, and we got 1 flying machine that we're now able to make. I got plenty of ingredients to make blasting powder. I got 134 blasting powder right there from our motes of earth and motes of fire that I've got available. That's loads. And I can also break down some of the primal earth that we've got, so I've got no concerns about that whatsoever. We don't need a great deal for those. And I went and bought a little bit of strange dust from the trainer, the trader where we got the starwood from. So that's also going to help us, because what I'm going to do is... Right, fell iron we're not going to sell. The motes of earth, I just want to have a look at those. 1 gold apiece for 5 of them, 2 gold apiece for 70 of them. Mote of fire, search. 40 gold each? You're having a laugh, sunshine. Let's go, let's see what the Eternals are, because it, no, primals. They're primals. Primal, right there. Primal Earth is 98 gold, so those are overpriced compared to the motes. We'd be better off buying the motes. Primal Fire... 500 apiece. And what were the motes? Primal Fire is ridiculously expensive. That's 18 for those. I know where we can get those, and you can get 40 gold apiece. 40 gold each for them. It's actually cheaper to buy the motes. And then here, Mote of Earth. Search up those. 1 gold a piece, and they're like 90 for the other ones. Yeah, you'd be way better off buying them up. But we've got hundreds of them, so that's not something that we need to concern ourselves with in the slightest. Flying machine, search. There are none on here at the moment. So we will go into here, we will change that, and then we'll go bid price on here, 4,750. And 5,000 gold to buy that one out, and I will list that for 48 hours, and I will create the auction. So it's 5,000 gold right there. We're on 14,606. I think we're doing really well with our money. The other bit is I bought those there, didn't I? The strange dust. They're selling at the moment 7 gold 45. That's higher than I thought, to be honest. Well, folks, that's all we got time for today. Even the mightiest heroes sometimes need a bit of rest, and we are far from the mightiest, so we're very, very tired. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frith Guardians. Goodbye, and see you later.